Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Art Room with Leah. And today I'm going to be doing a very short and sweet demo of why and when you would want to make a mask in your painting. The why is easy. It makes things so much easier. And why wouldn't you save yourself gobs of time if you could? And the when is whenever you have um, a very detailed thing that you want with a background that needs to be either very smooth, all one color, or a nice subtle gradient like you can see here in this scene from Nantucket. The actual scene that I'm trying to paint is here in my reference photo that I've taken. It's this beautiful little dock that I like to visit. Um, my dog walks all the way out here, and it's just a really peaceful spot to me, but it also has the perfect juxtaposition of a place that's peaceful. There's a swan here, but it's also has this sort of angst and nervousness about it because the dock is falling apart. You can't, actually walk out here. You probably fall through a hole somewhere and it's starting to wash away into the sea. So this is the image I took that I'm trying to paint. And so the dock is going to be right here. And behind it is a very smooth gradient of ocean. I have the sky now as I like it, but this water area is kind of boring still. And now that I have the sky just the way I want it, I actually have the reds are reflecting, okay? But sky and sea, they need to kind of reflect each other. So what am I seeing here? I've got a lot more greens and yellows in my sky that now need to reflect in the water below where it's very placid, not a whole lot of waves. It's very smooth. So I've mixed up some teals, and I'm just going to finish off this portion with a little bit more teal to make sure it accurately reflects the sky. So I'm going to add a couple in here, put them through this area. Okay, just a little bit. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. I want it to stay pretty light. Okay, just a little bit more teal, maybe a little bit lighter teal than my palest color here. Okay, that's about right. That's looking more like the ocean above, the sky above, sorry. Okay. Some of these are a little dark, so I'm just gonna wipe some of these out. Okay. More little wisps of this nice teal color down here. Okay, so now that part is looking really even. Now how would I add my dock in front of that? Well, I made a mask. So I'm going to now, the funnest part of this painting that I'm finishing is peeling off the mask. I've done this with contact paper, but I'm going to show you the even easier way to do it. So contact paper, you all know probably, is this wonderful drawer liner. Got this backing. It's like a giant sticker sheet, basically. So you can also buy artist masks, but everything in artist supply is way more expensive than the regular version. So just plain old contact paper is what I use. So it sticks to my canvas. And I'm just going to peel it off very, very carefully. So now I've got some very thick paint in here. I'm going to kick myself if I don't go slow. So it's very exciting. I'll just pause this real quick so I can get it done. I'm almost done here. I'm just being real careful because I've got some very, very thick paint on here. I don't want it to start peeling off on me. That part's a little bit stuck. I'll come back for that little corner. And now you're starting to see the beautiful dock appear over the top of the nice even gradient of the water. Wow, that looks great. And now everything, I've saved myself so much time having to paint each little area around that dock individually. That is awesome. Now I can go in and do all the detail of the wood on that dock. I'm very happy with it. So I'm going to show you quickly how you can make a mask. Here's my old mask, which I'm saving because there's plenty of paint I can still access to touch up these areas. So I'm going to put this aside. For the next painting that I'm planning to do after I finish this one is this beautiful little Nantucket lighthouse. So I'm going to just take this photo directly and I'm going to cut out this picture. My painting is going to look nothing like this person's photo, so I'm not worried about plagiarizing this at all. I'm going to just cut it out roughly, right around this little house, attach the lighthouse. And you don't even need to use contact paper. We're just going to glue stick this right down onto the working canvas. That way I can create any kind of really nice even gradient of sky behind it. I might decide to cut out each little part of the windows, but that's actually not so easy because that's pretty much one color, so I'll just leave them in there and won't even bother to cut them out. I'm just going to do it kind of chunky so it's a little bit more artsy looking than the photo. Yeah, and I'm going to just take this and say this is my next canvas, and I'm going to glue stick the back of this picture. And I'm going to plant it in a place that looks nice. I'm doing this backwards, so again, this is a little peninsula, so maybe a little bit more over so I can show the water coming in on either side of the little peninsula that this little lighthouse sits on. It's called Great Point Light here in Nantucket. And I think I'll do this one as a night scene, so I'm going to put it a little bit lower so I can use some really cool light in the background in the sky. Ta-da! Okay, I want to make sure that I've got it pasted down on all sides, so I always really smooth it down and check that all the sides are really nice and even. I could do the base underneath it to do the sand, but since it's going to be a night scene, it's all going to have a little blue tone except for the lighthouse that's going to glow. So I'm going to mask that off. And now, once it's all pasted down around the edges and really smooth, no air bubbles, I can just paint a very beautiful even gradient for the sky of this painting that I'm going to make next. So stay tuned for the next video, which will be how to make a perfect, beautiful gradient, which then you can pull clouds out of or water reflections. And I've had a lot of practice with gradients, so you don't want to miss that one. And I will be showing both an acrylic version of doing gradients as well as a watercolor version of doing gradients. So stay tuned. And for more on this finish, that will be coming as well. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in.